Kelce has the touchdown.
Taylor Swift is the NFL's biggest moneymaker? Hold on, Taylor Swift made how much money for the NFL? Hundreds of millions?
My dad's like a stockbroker, so he's always been like, save your money. Don't be stupid about it.
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Holy smokes.
You could be back in time.
I got a lot of things I gotta focus on.
I'm just saying.
Wait, let me clean my ears real quick. Anyone got a Q-tip? Taylor Swift could buy the Chiefs. Taylor Swift could buy the NFL. Taylor Swift could play in the NFL. Travis Kelce could sell out arenas for his newest album on the Eras whatever. The NFL has actually gracefully welcomed this Taylor Swift effect with open arms.
That alone was just a life-changing, dream come true moment for me.
What is the Taylor Swift effect, you might be asking yourself? Well, it's not the effect of a million failed relationships with dudes who are a shell of a man. It's actually an economic effect, one for the masses, an effect that leaves Isaac Newton shivering in his grave. It's the effect of bringing in a shit ton of revenue for anything that Taylor Swift associates herself with.
I've had a lot of stalkers show up to the house armed, so we have to think that way.
See, in October of 2023, Taylor Swift created a brand value of over $120 million for the NFL. And you know what that came from? Her showing her face at a singular Kansas City Chiefs game in the same box as Travis Kelce's mom.
With Travis's mom, Donna,
Yes, the Chiefs won that game, where they actually destroyed the Chicago Bears 41-10, but that's not the point. Because the true winner that night was the NFL's accounting department. Because just 3 days after that game, there was nearly a 200% increase for following football game tickets on StubHub. And not only that, but for the Chiefs' next game the following week, where Taylor Swift and Kelce first showed themselves to the public, the NFL raked in over 24 million viewers. And this turned out to be the second highest selling game of the 2023-2024 NFL season. It was also the most watched NFL broadcast that week. So perhaps Joe Coy did have a point in his Golden Globes monologue.
On the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear.
Maybe Taylor Swift does deserve all that extra camera time though, if she's really bringing in hundreds of million dollars for a sports league that she has nothing to do with. But the NFL is not the only player in this game of the T-Swift effect that's been graced with this amazing increase in revenue. Her boyfriend Travis Kelce is reportedly expected to earn over $5 million in increased net worth since announcing that they are dating. Because not only did Travis Kelce merchandise increase by over 400% since Taylor's first appearance at a Chiefs game, but according to Bob Dorfman over at Pinnacle Advertising, it's estimated that Kelce currently makes around $5 million a year in his off-field earnings, and he wouldn't be surprised if that number doubled. On top of all of this, apparently Travis Kelce's personal brand has seen a dramatic increase, with companies that now wish to partner with him and work together through endorsements. Because Travis and his co-NFL superstar brother, Jason Kelce, also host a weekly podcast called New Heights, which also happens to be the second most popular podcast in America, second only to the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, crazy. So yes, Taylor is into podcasters now. So listen, we gotta wonder, just how many of Travis Kelce's podcast listeners are Swifties? Because it's basically 98% football talk, and like 2% hinting at gossip maybe between Travis and Taylor. So what we're seeing is a huge influx of broken-hearted teenagers turning towards the football podcast to see the light. And yes, my friends, that is the US of A, lovely America. How do you feel about the Taylor effect? Because the NFL seems to feel pretty good, obviously.
Are you ready for it?
It's official! Taylor Swift is going to be at the big game Sunday to cheer on her new boyfriend, Travis Kelce. She says she spent time with the entire Kelce family, including mom Donna.
Taylor Swift literally turned NFL star Travis Kelce into an overnight celebrity. NFL player Travis Kelce joked a bit about this after becoming more famous because of his growing romance with Taylor Swift.
Ah, man, it was just action-packed. Shout out to Taylor for pulling up. That was pretty ballsy.
So, by the way, him and his brother, who also is an NFL player, Jason Kelce, they revealed on their podcast called New Heights that it had become very popular, as well as their podcast had reached #1 on different platforms in October of 2023.
They're overdoing it a little bit.
Jason had added these comments. He said, "We are officially on the map. Both Travis and I have officially been put on the map." And then Travis himself, he responded saying, "Just when you think you've been skating away from it."
I just have a great time with these things.
Also, the sports apparel shop Fanatics.com reported a 400% increase in Travis Kelce's jersey sales, which put him in the top 5 players in the NFL. And jokingly, his brother Jason said, "Nothing out of the ordinary from week 3, so can't really explain why the boost in viewership, but we appreciate you guys tuning in." Obviously, he's saying this tongue-in-cheek because clearly he knows that it's because of Taylor Swift.
I think a few of them might have been there for Deadpool and Taylor.
But as much as Travis is already a star in his own right, at least in the sports world, there's no doubt that his name being associated with Taylor Swift has made him become more mainstream. The Taylor Swift effect is definitely a real thing, but it can also be a little bit of a problem though, because Travis also thinks that the NFL and NBC, they are going way too far with their coverage of Taylor Swift and their relationship. Like, they're always showing her in the stands cheering and celebrating. It's like, okay, we get it.
Is the NFL overdoing it? What is your honest opinion?
They're overdoing it a little bit, for sure.
Now, he did go on to say this: "I think it's fun when they show who's at the game."
I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. They're overdoing it a little bit.
But how did Travis and Taylor get connected anyways? So check it out. In August of 2023, Travis admitted on the podcast that he had a crush on Taylor Swift.
If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it.
And when Taylor heard about this, she attended the Kansas City Chiefs Week 3 game against the Chicago Bears, and she spent time with Donna Kelce, which is Travis and Jason's mother. Now, cameras captured Taylor and Travis leaving the stadium together, and the next week she traveled to New York City to watch the Chiefs play the New York Jets, bringing friends like Ryan Reynolds, as well as she brought along Blake Lively. But unlike her previous relationship with Joe Alwyn, Taylor has been very public about her new relationship with Travis, although I don't think that there's any label that has been put on the relationship at the time of this recording. They're kind of just a thing, not necessarily boyfriend-girlfriend yet. But besides being seen together at some games, they were also spotted together at an after party in Kansas City. And since Taylor is a huge star, obviously her connection with football and Travis Kelce brings in some extra media attention. And the NFL is definitely trying to make the most of it. They're trying to capitalize on this. Her legion of fans, known as Swifties, suddenly have a rising interest in football, and they're talking about it on social media like never before. So it's great for the sport. It brings more people that weren't necessarily interested in football, gets them interested. However, some football fans are a little bit annoyed because they don't want the focus to shift too much on Taylor Swift and turn it into the Taylor Swift show every time Travis Kelce is playing a game. So there's always a flip side to fame here. Well guys, now I want to know, like, what are your thoughts about this? You know, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Do you think they're a cute couple? Do you think they'll work out, or is it just gonna fizzle out and become nothing?